Buenos dias, and happy Monday. The price of one Bitcoin is still below 0.1 million USD. And Michael Saylor himself is going to try to change that today. He actually just raised another 3 billion USD to buy more Bitcoin. So he'll probably try to get this done and get this over with and just push Bitcoin over 100K, which is what we're all eagerly waiting for and in the waiting room hoping to see that. On another note, we also see President Trump and the Trump administration appointing or nominating Scott Bessent as US Treasury Secretary. And if you're wondering whether or not that's bullish news for crypto, then just listen what he's got to say about crypto.
I've been excited about the president's embrace of crypto. And I think it fits very well with the Republican Party, the ethos of crypto is about freedom. And the crypto economy is here to stay. The Democrats are running from it because they're trying to wash off the stench of Sam Bankman-Fried and his family's donations to the Democratic Party. So they're willing to take down a whole industry because of bad behavior on their part, bad behavior one actor. Crypto is bringing in young people. It's bringing in the people who haven't participated in markets, and having a market culture in the U.S. and people believing that markets work for them is a centerpiece of capitalism.
Now, before I get into interchain price movements and also my updated spreadsheet about Cosmos coins for 2025, which I saw a lot of you have asked for in the comments in the past few days under my videos. Quick updates from Aleph Zero, which is a team that has done a lot of hard work and a lot of the heavy lifting throughout the bear market, relentlessly hustling throughout the bear market. And we saw what this resulted in with coins like Mantra, for example. And Aleph Zero, the A0 token, also one that has never seen a bull run, which is also something I guess you need to factor into your portfolio methodology and how you pick your altcoins. So the team is fully committed and they have never seen this kind of irrational valuation, which is where everything in the bull market is eventually going to land at. Aleph Zero is a chain, a substrate-based chain that is all about ZK, scalability, super fast, and privacy, which are all kind of narratives and buzzwords that are not really hot right now. But in my personal view, this is exactly the time where you would want to be looking to position yourselves in those verticals, right? Before everyone talks about it, before they all do tens and hundreds of X's. And we talked in the recent weeks about how A0 and the team has basically proposed changes to the A0 tokenomics, which was fixed through on-chain governance by the community. There was a big voting procedure about adjusting all of the A0 tokenomics parameters like max supply, inflation rate, all these kind of things. Now, they also have concluded more and more partnerships, one of which, the most recent one with Across Protocol, which is also the technology that is used inside Uniswap swaps and also the powerhouse behind the ERC 7683 standard, which are all technical things, but in my view, this is still very, very relevant and important to see that the technology actually improves. And yes, now it's all about memes and culture coins, but eventually there's also going to be an intra and fundamental season, in my personal view at least. So it's important to be on top of the things, at least know what this all means on a broader picture, right? Interchain privacy also, as you can already tell by the kind of terminology, is already Cosmos language. And my personal goal obviously is also to get Aleph Zero to connect to IBC natively, which is not the case today, but hopefully we can get this done and connect Aleph Zero with the broader interchain and Cosmos space. In other news, Aleph Zero also managed to massively grow their token holder base. In fact, they ranked second here, up 28%, according to Token Terminal. And they also just became compatible with Circle's bridged USDC standard, which is paving the way for native USDC. And we talked a lot about Noble and how important it is to have native stablecoin liquidity for any ecosystem to thrive, because that's really where DeFi really thrives and makes sense. In 2021, we had UST from Terra in Cosmos. Well, that didn't age well, that didn't end well. Now we have Noble USDC and Tether USDT, even though Tether USDT is not really firing as much. And Aleph Zero is going a similar route. So now they're trying to get native USDC by Circle issued also on Aleph Zero, which would be very, very bullish for exchanges like Common on top of Aleph Zero. There's also a recent integration with Rarible for NFTs. So Aleph Zero is building out their own ecosystem, and I think that's very, very good to see. And also at the same time, they do have very strong ties to big enterprise like Saudi Telecom. We talked about this, and yeah, many more. Anyways, Aleph Zero, the token, like I said, is still kind of flat, launched in the bear market here in early 2022, and has only been around on the market when things were really, really bad. But yeah, being in this range here between 26 cents and $3, down 87% still from the all-time high. And as you can see, this has not really woken up yet, but alt season is underway. And in my view, A0 is one that is going to do really, really well. Now, another coin that I think is going to do really well is, of course, Atom. And yesterday I talked about a thing that, I just pointed out in the video, but I think it's actually quite concerning in the short term, which is this massive undelegation spree that is happening. And it just, the bonded ratio is currently in a free fall, and I don't really know why, to be honest. And Coinbase is not only the largest validator on the Cosmos Hub and Atom, but in fact, they also just launched another validator. It's called Coinbase New. I think it's quite, rank 166. So they might also be shuffling that around to that new validator, but I don't really know what is going on here. At the same time, we're also seeing massive undelegations happening from the Stake to Prism, right? Everstake, which could also indicate that, people they don't really believe in the airdrop meta anymore. Fair enough. I personally think that the airdrop meta is not over yet. So it's probably a bit of retail, but then also some big whales, 4.6 million from 448 unique delegators. That's some big money that's being undelegated here. And in total, we're now at 26.5 million atoms that are being undelegated and will become liquid over the next 3 weeks, within the next 3 weeks. So that number is continuing to go up. Yesterday was like 21 million, now it's 26. So I don't really know what's going on. I know the Interchain Foundation also recently announced that they will be swapping some Atom to fund development, but I think that's still far from those numbers. And we'll see. But that's that. And you can see on Bro as well that price going up, market cap is going up, but and also APR is going up as a result of that mass exodus of bonded atoms. And on the other hand, the amount of bonded atoms and the bonded ratio is going down. So that is a bit concerning, to be honest. Short term, we don't know if those will be sold on the open market, which would be definitely affecting price in the short term. But what's actually more concerning is that this is weakening the edge and also the kind of product value for being in a security provider chain, right? So that's definitely not good to see. Less confidence in Atom, less confidence for stakers. Maybe they also just kind of want to do DeFi stuff. I don't know, but then they could also just tokenize their their stake tokens and then use that in DeFi. So we don't know. I guess we'll see in the next 3 weeks. Over the next month, we'll see what is going to happen with those Atom. But at the same time, there's also very bullish developments in the pipeline, so I'm also excited about that. But yeah, that's the whole thing. As customers, I think we went through so much. We already have this thick skin, and we're kind of stoic as well. So what gives? What should we be doing? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep staking, keep compounding, and hopefully get more airdrops and just see what happens, right? I think at this point, it does not really make sense to exit Atom, considering that the recent price pump and volumes and developments that are in the pipeline. We'll see. But yeah, let me know what your strategy is for Atom. If you still believe in it, if you were one of the unstakers, and if you have been unstaking, what is your kind of rationale behind it? But anyways, that's Atom. On the other hand, like I said, the Atom price is doing relatively fine, $8.67. If we look into the other price movements from top chains in terms of market cap, we can see everything's slightly up today. A few percentage here and there. TIA had a big kind of revival pump. The resurrection miracle, I love that term by Lily Liu from the Solana Foundation, president at the Solana Foundation. I think Cosmos is also having that resurrection miracle. Mantra's 364. We have some big news for Mantra later in the video today as well. Injective $29, Say Network 61 cents, Dydx 153. Overall, everything slightly up. The top outperformers today, again, Secret and Corium, two coins that have pulled a 3-4x over the recent week or two. So that's good to see. Also Dimension up 18% today. Even Juno up 17%, now at 36 after they pulled this random 7x out of nowhere and went to like 68 cents, now consolidating around 35, 36. So let's see what is cooking there. I don't have any new insights. If you do, please let me know. But yeah, there we are. In terms of IBC volumes, Sebmo sharing, IBC is back on top. We have reclaimed the first ranked here. According to DeFi Llama, in the past 24 hours, IBC has seen the largest volume of all bridging protocols in crypto, which is 75 million USD. And I think the special thing here is that IBC really works in a decentralized and most trustless, at least. I don't like to say trustless entirely, but in the most trust mitigated way comparable to all the other bridging standards that have seen huge exploits left and right over the years. And those other contenders, many of them at least, are still using any sort of admin keys or have central point of failure. So IBC is the most resilient and decentralized one out there. Has 85 plus chains in production and is also pre-viral, I would say, pre-mainstream. We did see announcements by Cardano, for example, at Cosmos this year. The public announcement that Cardano is going to natively integrate IBC, also Starknet, and we have some big news for Starknet as well in the context of Stakecito later in this video. But also Barachain, Initia, Nilian, Movement, right? They're all going to be natively IBC compatible as well. So also for alt VMs, alternative virtual machines, this is going to be very, very interesting, and that will probably contribute a lot to the volumes moving forward. But yeah, definitely good to see IBC back on top. On the other hand, we have Osmosis that is still lagging behind, but Osmosis, kings of IBC, brought IBC to market back in 2021, 3.5 years ago. And Osmosis is also making money again. $58,000 earned over the past 24 hours, and the protograph is picking up transaction fees $1,300, but taker fees $52,000. So the vast majority coming from trade activity on Osmosis itself, which is good to see. I think this actually, this is an all-time high, at least in the past few months. So yeah, good to see. Osmosis is back on track. In my personal opinion, still severely undervalued. Anything below $1 Osmo is like picking up money from the ground. Obviously, it's just my personal opinion, not financial advice, but that's just how I feel about Osmo. And they also just achieved another major milestone, $37 billion in total trade volume that was ever traded, all-time volume on Osmosis since they launched 3.5 years ago. Now, some updates about Side Protocol, a new airdrop lined up for the Atom community and also NFT community in Cosmos. We actually have to take action tomorrow at 10 a.m. UTC. What do you have to do? Well, you have to go here on genesis.site.1 and register your airdrop. This is how it looks like, 21 hours as I'm recording this video until you can register. You can also first check if you're even eligible and which wallet you're eligible with. And then you have to be fast because they've been saying that it's on a first come, first serve basis. So if you're late to the party, you might not make it to register your airdrop, and you don't want to miss out on airdrops in a bull run. Now, as I mentioned, Starknet goes interchain. Starknet, by the way, also just re-entered the top 100 on CoinGecko, a multi-billion-dollar chain as well. That is actually kind of an Ethereum L2, but it's now also implementing staking. So you can now come here and you can stake on stakingrewards.com. And we are proud to announce with Stakecito that we are running a node on Starknet, so you'll be able to stake with us. If you have Stark tokens, you'll be able to stake with Stakecito. This is a feature that's going to go live publicly tomorrow. So get your Stark ready, and we appreciate each and every one of your delegations to Stakecito. Now, big week ahead for Mantra as well. I think overall this week is going to be busy. We have probably a lot of news, and if Bitcoin can smash through 100K, I think it's going to be a week of party and celebration for many people. But also, airdrop season is slowly coming back, and like I said, bull run is going to bring back TGE season, and TGE season means airdrop season, right? It's the equivalent. It's the same word. It's synonymous. So get ready for that. One of the chains that already did their TGE many years ago, Mantra chain or the token, is going to give us an airdrop though, because they have just launched their Cosmos chain, and they're going to do an airdrop for the Cosmos community, which includes Atom stickers to the Mantra node, also for Celestine slot holders, and also for bad kids and mad scientists and much more. Apparently, this airdrop claim is going to go live this week, so get ready. It is a vested airdrop, so whichever amount you see that you're eligible for here on their airdrop checker, you can just see now how much you're eligible for, but then this will be vested for 12 months. And then I guess 12 months is a good time frame because, yeah, 2025 is probably going to be a big bull run year. So, yeah, Mantra and token could go much higher in a bull run, obviously, as they also get more and more assets tokenized and real estate and all these kind of things. I think this is going to be a very nice airdrop. Now, before I get into the updated spreadsheet, quick update also. Sebmo's always sharing with me the alpha about upcoming mints on Stargaze. So sharing this one, Drama Queens is coming up on Wednesday, 1/3 of an atom, and also on Thursday, the tier 2 whitelist, 2/3, and then on Friday, the public mint at 1 atom. So if you get to mint this, I think could be interesting. I'm definitely going to try to mint some of them. The collection size in total is 2,500, and you can mint 2 per wallet at each stage, which kind of ensures fair distribution and also no accumulation by whales. Now, finally, getting to the updated Cosmos 2025 coins spreadsheet. Obviously, this is not final yet. This is also always moving and super dynamic, right? Things always change, numbers always change. Coins fail, succeed, get bigger, get smaller. Teams do this, do that, roadmaps change, all these kind of things. But this is a bit of an updated kind of version of that spreadsheet, and we will be circulating that one for the upcoming newsletter. So make sure you are subscribed here. I know a lot of you are already subscribed, so you're receiving that spreadsheet in the next newsletter. But just generally speaking, because I know last time I shared this, people were saying, oh my God, you're delusional, like those 50, 100x's, like they're never going to happen. But we're also going to do, which is also why I said earlier about A0, you have to put into context also whether this coin has been around in a previous bull. And for those that have, you can actually tell that some of these kind of potential price scenarios are actually not that crazy, right? Like you look at Rune, for example, right now. Rune is at around $6, which implies a $2.5 billion FTV. It's active in the Bitcoin and DeFi kind of narrative and ecosystem, and could reach $240 if it reaches a $100 billion market cap, which would imply a 40x. But from the 2021 all-time highs, which was at $21, it's only an 11x. And an 11x is not unthinkable, right? It's not unthinkable. Dydx, currently $1.50, had its all-time high at $28. If you look at the ETH Dydx, the old Dydx token before they migrated to their Cosmos chain, $136 would only be a less than 5x from the previous all-time high. Akash went to $8. A $200 Akash price would be a 25x from the previous all-time high. So I hope you get the point, right? Even Osmo was at $12 in 2022. So $50 would only be a 4x from the all-time high. But currently it's at 65 cents. So that would be a 77x if it goes to $50, right? So I hope you get the point. And obviously, this crypto, this can all go to zero, right? Which is why I wrote here risk minus 100%. And I can already see the comments like, oh my God, how can you say this? Can you say that? How can you predict this crazy FTV? The thing is, and the truth is, that crypto is going to melt faces as it's always done. It's going to melt faces like it's always done. And I think the only thing that's probably worse than buying the Pico top is to sell too early. If you think that, oh yeah, now like Bitcoin at 98,000, that was the peak. Now we're going back to bear market again. If you believe that, and there are literally people who believe that, who say that on public television. I've seen clips who say that on public television, that now this was the peak and it's overheated. We're going down only from here. If you believe that, then you're never going to make 10, 20, 100 X's, right? You kind of have to embrace these crazy valuations, right? And they will come, in my personal opinion. So that's really the thing in crypto. Anything is possible. It is a wild industry. And who would have thought that we're at $98,300 per Bitcoin, right? This number is crazy alone, while Ethereum is still chilling and not even anywhere close to $4,000. But Ethereum itself will go to 5 figures, right? It can happen in no time. That's the thing. In crypto, if you are invested for, let's say, 3 or 4 years, all that matters is that you are fully invested during those 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks when everything just goes absolutely parabolic and irrationally high, right? The same way how things go irrationally low in a bear market, the same way they will go irrationally high in a bull market. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. You stay subscribed. You subscribe to the newsletter as well. And you get ready for our airdrop customer service that is coming up very soon on the C2 zone as well. You stake your Starknet with Stake C2 and all your Cosmos tokens as well. Much appreciated. And a question for today, which I want you to share your views in the comments. What is your thoughts about this whole mass unbonding on Atom, on the Cosmos Hub? And feel free to do more deeper analysis, on-chain analysis, to see who are these wallets, are they sending it to exchanges, what is their habit, the kind of usual pathway for those wallets. Are they going to sell on the market? Are they going to just shuffle it around, or what's going on? Let me know. Anyways, I'll see you guys very soon. Until then, stay safe and be good.